Hello everyone. Today we will talk about the very interesting phenomenon that in recent decades many official academicians, official historians, mainly leftists, so pseudo-historians, tend to criticize the very often main characters of culture, main heroes of history, and main heroes sometimes of science if these heroes didn't share their political views or views similar to their political views. For instance, these pseudo historians always try to find some details from life of these important figures just to discredit their importance, or if they cannot discredit, to just simply decrease the importance, a little bit damage their reputation, and so on and so on. Such details that are used to do it are like finding some events from life, like not to not to be loyal to wife, or like in case of Isaac Newton recently there is a quite popular notion spread around that at the end of his life, famous physicist, yes, a creator of the kinetics, classical kinetics theory, and not so many people know that he also has huge contribution to the Anglican theology, very huge brain, and recently there is such notion spread that at the end of his life he was enjoying watching the execution of small criminals that were working, acting, and catched within his area. There are always different behaviors and different preferences of different people. We also have to put them and commend them within the frames of their own times. Then we will understand everything better. This is first rule. But spreading such rumors, or even talking about such facts taken out of the context, their own context, even if they are true, it's non-professional approach. One should always put everything within the frame of its own times. But very often this is now the very very often observed trend in the historiography to damage the reputation of well-known historical figures, especially creators of culture, creators of some nations, creators of some conservative movements, or even scientists, as we saw on the given example of Mr. Isaac Newton. But on the other side, leftists, heroes, leftists, holinesses are not to be touched, are not to be criticized, but they also should, especially these, in quotation, holinesses should be criticized. Some years ago, people noticed, some of them, that on the book market, one book written by the guy who presented himself as Biniamin Wilkomirski appeared. This guy claimed that as a child he was a person, a very young person, child, who was taken to the concentration camps by Germans. He escaped. He did so many miraculous actions, performed so many miraculous actions. He escaped, killed many Germans, and so on. Briefly, just to summarize, one should say, two of such Biniamins Wilkomirskis and Second World War would end up within 1 week. But it was discovered after some time, of course. Guy got honors, all of this, Holocaust institutions, religion of Holocaust institutions, were prizing him, giving awards, and so on. But he was not the only one. There were few more people like this, even mentally doubtful, mentally insane lady from Belgium, and they were behaving as they were behaving, writing this what they were writing, and at one point it was revealed that work of Mr. Biniamin Wilkomirski, or the guy who was presenting himself as Biniamin Wilkomirski, was a total hoax, and the same can be applied to this lady from Belgium and few other people. One can look in the internet, it's easy to find. And there was a scandal. But the guy who was those days the main figure in this all Holocaust religion, or quoting Mr. Norman Finkelstein, Holocaust industry, Mr. Elie Wiesel said, yeah, but one should remember that the pain of Mr. Wilkomirski is authentic. So, okay. So even if our pseudo-heroes, I mean on the leftist side, turn out to be total liars, cheaters, it doesn't matter because they had authentic pain and this what they did serve our interests. So we see what's the what type of morality we observe at the second side. Sorry. Excuse me. We now see that this is typical hypocrisy, but we should remember about such people like Mr. Benjamin Wilkomirski, who turned out to be Swiss guy born in Switzerland in 1941, who was, and here we now should be sorry for him as a human beings, who didn't have a good family life because his parents were not giving him enough attention. They were not interested in actually raising him. So most likely this was the reason why he was looking for appreciation, looking for fame, and looking for easy money. I think similar motivation, but main is financial motivation, was driven this Belgian lady who was also falsifying her story as a alleged Holocaust survivor. Of course, she was even not a Jew, but okay, she wanted to get money, she wanted to be famous, and she was among the circles of Holocaust industry people, but later it was revealed to not to be true. But okay, they are still considered as heroes because, as Mr. Elie Wiesel said, who is no longer with us, we don't cry after him, their pain is authentic. So we see the morality of people, in quotation morality, who attack our own heroes for our own cultural circles and set of values. So just to answer on their attacks, we should be ready always to defend our own heroes, but to do it well, we need knowledge. That's why I encourage you to study and always put historical events within the context of their own times. And then we can easily push back any attack of leftist ideologists who don't have their own heroes, real heroes, that they can be proud of. That is why, very often, they need to create them, and these creations will be never as good as real heroes we have on our side. But first of all, we need to know about them as much as possible to defend our own heritage against this fearful attack from the empire of lie. Take care and have a nice day. Bye.